Even better. It's weird not having Christian here.
Who's Christian?
He's the other.
Oh, upstairs?
No, he's not here today. I don't know why. But anyway, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. If you don't know, my name is Mike Frank. I'm here with Ryan Kruk. Kruk.
Yeah.
I never knew how to say her last name. Anyway, so we have a fantastic photographer as a part of our team, as a part of our business, and she introduced us to Ryan because you're doing Cutco sales?
Yep.
Is that your only job right now?
Currently, yes.
What did you do before?
I worked in Texas Roadhouse as a busboy, but
Okay.
it was only for a little bit. I didn't have a job before that, so this is technically
Why
my
did
first
you leave
job.
Texas Roadhouse?
I didn't really leave. I got myself fired, but I like working, but the restaurant scene's not really my thing. So
How did you get yourself fired? Everybody has a good firing story, so it's got to be good.
So at the time I was playing football in high school, so I was getting recruited and stuff like that, and I had a shift that weekend, and I decided to go on a football visit that weekend, and I was like, I'm just gonna skip my shift and not tell anybody because I didn't really care. Honestly, I was like, football's more my passion and my like what I had to do. So I was like, I didn't care for the job that much. I was just like, I just want to get recruited. So
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I've done that as well. Not obviously a football recruitment.
Yeah.
But you just get to a point where you're just like, these aren't my people.
Yeah.
I came from the background of the restaurant industry. So like I've worked at probably, 10, 11, 12 different restaurants.
Yeah.
But there's one in particular, and I remember what happened. I told them I was working at 2 different restaurants at the same time, and it was New Year's Eve. And they were like, well, everybody works New Year's Eve. And I was like, well, I can't work New Year's Eve because I'm working my other job where I was before, and I like working New Year's Eve there.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, if you don't work New Year's Eve. And I was like, I'm not. So let me know, And New Year's Eve came and they called and they were like, where are you? And I was like, I'm at my other job. And they're like, wow, but then you're fired. And I was like,
Oh, jeez.
okay, sounds good. Like, do you realize that we work together in this world, and in the restaurant industry, it's such like a world where there's just no flexibility and it's all like domineering. It's like, you can't, if you don't come up for your shift, then you're going to be fired. And you're like, well, future restaurant shift that I don't care about.
Yeah.
Right. Like maybe we should take a step back and just like recognize. But it's interesting because the topic of today's podcast was talking about like Gen Z hustle culture.
Yeah.
And the fact that I guess the better way to think about it is Gen Z is getting into multiple streams of income, not just working at a restaurant like I did, or working at the snowball stand, or being a lifeguard, or whatever that might have been. Now they're looking to do multiple different things, whether they're really going hard and doing like, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Uber driving, multiple different streams of that style of income, or they're getting into your world, which I want to hear a little bit more about. But you're selling Cutco now, about a year?
Yeah, about a year and coming up on 2 months.
Okay.
2 months.
And how do you like it?
I love it. I love my job. I mean, it's definitely been some ups and downs. Sales is definitely hard. It's not for everybody, I would say. But I like what I do. I think I'm good at what I do as well, so it makes it more enjoyable.
Okay. And what got you into Cutco specifically?
So, yeah, the story is a little kind of niche, I guess you could say. I got a letter in the mail. We do a lot of mail recruiting.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, so
you got a letter in the mail?
Yeah, so we pay people to go and send letters in the mail to recruit in certain zip codes we want to recruit in. So for me, my office in Cecil County, I sent out mailers to everyone in Cecil County and all those zip codes. So that's how I found out about it. I actually just got fired from Texas Roadhouse, so I needed a job going into the summer of my freshman year of college. I didn't have anything lined up, so I was saw this in the mail. It was kind of a godsend because my mom was like, you need a job, find somewhere. I was like, okay. Applied a few different spots. I didn't hear back, and then this came in the letter in the mail. It's okay.
Was it addressed to you?
Yeah, it's it's a zip code, so they go to anyone who's over 18 in the area of the zip codes they send out to. So probably a bunch of people got it. A few of my friends say they got it too, but they just didn't apply because they already had jobs.
Yeah, and it's like junk mail. I mean,
yeah, you don't think it's gonna be anything or whatever. You read it, it's oh, this is a scam or it's whatever, this and that. I was I'll just apply to a job. The worst thing you're gonna hear is what? No, and I'm not gonna get anything from it anyways. I did that job, so it's okay, why not? Let's go and do it. And then I got the interview the same day, and then I got hired the same day, and I also got my training the next day. So I got it on Tuesday, got interviewed on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I got trained, and that Friday I started.
Jesus.
So it was a very.
I had a friend that used to sell Cutco like when we were younger, and obviously like technology was not what it is today.
Yeah.
So now, are you doing your Cutco appointments like wholly, completely online?
No, I do a mixture of both. Like,
Okay.
I do in-person presentations at people's homes. I've gone to people's offices and done like presentations there. I've also done a lot of virtual presentations when I'm away at school, or even here when people are like farther away or they can't, maybe make it work at their home. I just do it virtually.
Damn. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. So you're now the marketing office manager?
Branch manager. is the
Branch
term for it,
manager.
yeah.
Shoo. Hold on one second. So how did you get into that role? Just hard work?
Yeah, I mean, basically, so my first summer, I did 25K in sales. I got a spot as an assistant manager by the end of the summer in my office. I learned how to do all the recruiting, all the hiring, all the interviewing, stuff like that. Over the course of the fall and the spring, we have a program called the Management Training Program that I went through as well during the fall and the spring to get me prepared for it. But it was really just like my dedication to it. I worked really hard during the summer. I did pretty well. Also, like I found an interest in the branch program. Like not a lot of people want to do the management stuff.
Yeah.
Over like the summer, they think it's too hard or whatever it is. They just want to work for a summer and then go do something else the next summer. For me, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was like, this sounds interesting. It sounds like a good experience. So
how many people are you currently managing, recruiting, training?
So my office is about to close next week, but currently 2, but I've had up to 15 people on my team at a time. But a lot of people have, gone and done other things or, just didn't put in the hard work. So I didn't keep them on my team.
And I never thought about this, but is there like a big rush for Cutco sales the summertime because of the age of the average salesperson?
I would say yes, like the summer is the biggest time for us as recruiters to find new people.
Okay.
Especially like college kids looking for jobs, new high school kids looking for jobs and stuff like that. But in terms of like sales, like summer is also our biggest like sales aspect. Like we sell the most during the summer period just because it's a longer period of time. And also people are like looking to spend money in the summer. I don't know what the psychology behind that is, but just people are outside, it's nicer weather, people just are happier. So,
Okay. So what are you looking for when looking to hire, looking to train someone? What qualities tell you, hey, this person's going to succeed or not?
I think it's about part of their background too. Like if they can show me they've done something hard before, that's something I look for as well. Like having a positive attitude and just like a learning mindset. Like I think anyone can sell anything, honestly. You just have to like want to be able to learn have a positive attitude and just, wouldn't be like being able to take coaching and just like not like take it personally or anything like that. Cause for me, I didn't have any sales experience going in when I was 17 when I first started, but I did 25K in just under 2 months. So it's like, and I'm not a special salesman or anything like that. I don't do anything special. I literally just talk about the product and it sells itself. For me, that's like, all I did was just like come in with an open mind and want to learn. And, my team has done that as well. And they've done well, but they haven't had any sales experience or anything like that. So it's like, just having an open mind and wanting to learn and just being coachable are like things I look for. Now,
earlier when you were talking with Liv, you had mentioned that your biggest fear is failing just in general, like failing, period. Now, I know you've had a wild change. You went from high school, playing sports to now going to junior college or Division III college, Division III?
So actually, I would go to a Division III college. And my freshman year, I played football there. I'm actually currently in the process of moving schools to the University of Maryland, not to play football or anything like that, just to go to school.
But that's not failure, right? That's forward motion.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's failure. I would just say it's, a new step in my life, a new path.
Growth. So, do you ever think that if your biggest fear is failing in general, that maybe that fear motivates you, or maybe is there any part of that fear that might hold you back?
I think in a sense, yes. Like I think I've definitely grown as well over the course of transition from high school to college has definitely been one of those things where it's like I was super scared to fail and stuff like that. It definitely like held me back. But I learned like nowadays it's like, what's the worst that could really happen? Like you're gonna fail and then what? You can just get up and do it again. And it's like I think that's where it's like part of it does hold me back if I haven't done something before. It's like it does get a little scary. But also at the same time it's like if I've done it before, I know I can do it. Like what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I also just like getting up and doing it again. Failing is like scary for me, but also it's like I think it also motivates me as well because I want to be the best version of myself and push myself.
Damn.
To,
yeah, I love that. I mean, I feel that when we fail, it hurts the most. right? Like it hurts way more to fail than it does to get knocked down.
Yeah.
But when you get that like real rejection, that real failure, that moment of acknowledgement is really painful. But it's also like, I don't want to be in this moment. I don't want to live here. I don't want to feel here. I don't want to feel this tomorrow. And so it's like, okay, I'll take this moment to, I guess, accept this rejection and then just move forward. My wife constantly is asking me, how do you have the positive mindset? It's like, I don't have a positive mindset. I just have the mindset that I don't want the negative.
Yeah.
So then it's easy for me to be like, well, it can be worse, right? Like it could be worse. We could be in a worse spot. So for me, when I get knocked down, it's like, damn, this sucks. It could be worse.
Yeah.
But like, let's get back up. Now, how does, playing football leverage into sales and leadership?
Yeah, I think my time playing football, like I said before, it's just all about hard work and grind. Like if you can put your head down and grind and do something hard, you can really do anything. Like sales is all about just putting your head down and grinding, whether it's a good day, a bad day, or like a midday. Same thing with football. You're going to have your great days. Like we're on top of the world. You're going to have those days where, it kind of does suck and, you feel like terrible.
Yeah.
That's all about this. It's the same world. It's just a different thing. Like football for me, it was like, I had my great days, I had my bad days, but I still pushed through either way. Injuries, stuff like that, game winning interceptions, stuff like that. Versus like sales, it's like, you have a bad day, no sales, you work all day, make no money, whatever it is. Like you have a bad week. It's like, okay, well, just got to get up and do it again. It's your job. So you got to wake up every day with a positive mindset. It's a new day. Something new could happen every day. Same thing with sports. It's like, just because something happens bad the one day, you have a bad practice doesn't mean you should determine the rest of your week or your life.
What's transferring to University of Maryland going to look like? Like what's your major going to be? What's that future going to hold?
So currently I'm still like in the process of figuring it out. I don't know exactly what I want to major in just yet. I want to be in the business world. I know that, like if it's whether it's opening my own business or working for a firm, something like that. But maybe it's like something like a management communications type of thing. I definitely like the worlds of like the sports and the business side. So trying to figure out how I can balance getting into the sports world and also working in business and kind of combining them together as well for my studies. And then just figuring out like what my path is besides like playing sports. Playing sports has been my whole life. Not having that like dedicated sport to play is definitely going to be like having to fill that role is going to be a little bit harder, but I think I can do it. Just figuring out what I like to do, surrounding myself with positive people and stuff like that will just help me figure out, the path I want to create.
Okay. Now you grew up in Harford County.
I did, yeah.
What do you think? What's to enjoy? What's the best part? If somebody was like, I don't know if I want to move there.
Yeah.
What's the best part about being in Harford County?
It's a good question. I definitely said there's some great people there. There's also like there's like not like a ton to do, but there's definitely like if you find your group of people, there's like you kind of make anything shake. It is just like a small area. Not like a lot to do, but if you find your group of people, you can kind of make the most out of it. There's not like nothing to do, but I think there's like enough where you can kind of make yourself have some fun. Go on some trips and stuff like that. Everyone's nice too. It's like it's a nice area. It's not like dirty or anything like that. So I would say it's just like a nice area, and you can still have fun wherever you are. Where
you guys live, are you more like rural or more like suburban townhouses? I mean,
it's like more like townhouses where I live.
Love that. So it's a good community, good feeling, and you get a little bit of everything. That's the thing that I loved about growing up in Baltimore County was that it wasn't rural, but it wasn't suburban. It wasn't one end or the other. Yeah. And especially I know a lot of farming. It happens in Harford County, so you're only 20 minutes from seeing things that people can't otherwise see. But it's interesting. So another thing that you had mentioned in your conversation was that you're a sports guy. Like you enjoy. What is it? Ravens,
Packers, anything like that.
How do you like the Ravens and the Packers?
So that's a funny story. So, I mean, obviously, like we live in Maryland, I grew up in like, the area of Harford County, like near Baltimore. So that's kind of the hometown team. You kind of have to like your hometown team, whatever it is. I mean, you don't have to, but that's kind of how I grew up anyways. But my dad, we own part of the Packers. Like their team has like, an opportunity we can like buy shares of the team.
Yeah.
I think they're the only team in the NFL that does that.
Yep.
So we went there when I was younger and we bought shares of the team. Me and him, and there's a big plaque in my room that has our name signed on it and stuff like that. So if they ever win a Super Bowl, we can get like part of like the ring or something like there's something, they get as owners. That's pretty cool.
That's wild.
When we went there, like it kind of just like laid that spark in me, and I've seen a few games down there in Green Bay, and it's it's just kind of like morphed because I was younger, and it kind of like it's just what I grew up on. Me and him like the Ravens, we like the Packers, and we both.
Do you go to Ravens games as well?
Yeah, no, I go to any game I can, and obviously Ravens are more like local, so it's easier to go to that. But like taking the trip when I was younger to Green Bay was super cool, and that experience was nice. Them playing the Bears and stuff like that, rival games. But obviously, I love the Ravens too. Like the Ravens are like, if I had to pick a second team, it'd be the Ravens. Going to see them, it's definitely fun to watch with my buddies and stuff like that who love the Ravens.
Okay. What else do you do when you're not working? You're not going to Ravens games?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big family guy. I love hanging out with my family, whether it's, trying a new experience or going out to eat or just like, messing around the house or whatever it is, stuff like that's like really important to me, hanging with my family, and obviously hanging around with my friends, trying new stuff. Like I'm super adventurous. Like if someone says we haven't done this before, I'm definitely going to be like the one, let's go do it then, I want to like do a bunch of different things in life and see like, what sticks out, what I like. I've never been skiing or snowboarding, but that's something I really want to do in the future. So it's like, trying to find out like where and when I can do that. So it's like just trying new things is something I really enjoy as well, to see what I like.
Love that. What advice would you give another 19-year-old that's ambitious but hasn't taken those steps, right? They didn't get that Cutco card. They haven't taken that next step.
I would say just, be yourself, and if you have a passion or you have something that you want to get interested in, just do it. Like, I know it's like, everyone says that, but it's like, put your head down and just try it. The worst that's going to happen is you're going to be in the same spot you were before. Like, if you don't try anything differently, nothing's going to change. So it's like, if you want to change your life or try something new, just go and do it. Don't be scared of anything happening, because the worst that's going to happen is you're in the same spot you were before.
Fair. Now, you don't own a home, right?
Nope.
You have plans to buy a home?
I mean, eventually one day, I think that's everyone's goal.
Okay. What could you be doing? What are you doing? What should someone in your role be doing now to help buy themselves a home in the future?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think just saving, honestly, like saving and investing, stuff like that, just using your money wisely. I know it's like, as a teenager, it's a little hard to do that. Just like there's all this stuff going on and all these activities and whatnot.
And it's not cheap.
All this stuff. Yeah, no, it's not. And stuff like that. You want to go on trips and whatever it is. But like have that mindset of like, okay, like you're obviously going to need money someday. So like don't spend it all in one place. So saving,
what is your savings plan now?
I always take a cut of what I make every week and then put it into different stuff. If it's like, take 50 out and then put, 25 into retirement, 25 into investments, and then take the other 50 and maybe put, 50 for myself, or if it's like 25 into school and then 50 and then another 25 for myself.
Damn.
I gotta like make a more like defined plan of what that is. But, having my parents and having them be like, they're good financial like people. So having them to go to as well, it's definitely been helpful to kind of manage my money and put it in different just certain spots and not just having it sit there and just building no compound interest.
I recently looked at we were doing a study of compound interest and basically comparing two different homeowners, right? Yeah. So the person that started at 19, where you are 18, when they first got their job out of high school, putting $100 away, versus a 40-year-old, that's me, who doesn't have anything, who hasn't started. And what is it going to look like for them to make big improvements, purchases, or life changes, or even just retirement? So the person that starts at $100 a month and just keeps going at $100 a month as XYZ amount, in order for the 40-year-old to do the exact same thing, they have to put away like $900 a month. The compound interest is a really big thing. So as you mentioned, like, as a good financial habit, but having a good plan obviously matters. You're 19, don't stress about it. But the sooner that you get a good plan in place, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it's like another thing. It's like the more you learn about it now, the better off you'll be later. Because if you learn like what to invest in and stuff like that, what to put your money in, then you don't have to wait till like you're 20, 24, 25 to like learn about that stuff. You already have a head start on all the people who aren't doing that.
Yeah. All right. So finish this sentence. Gen Z is going to change the way we work by.
Probably getting everything automated with AI.
Everything automated. Have you done anything automation with AI?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think AI is definitely like the new future, basically. So I think if you don't know how to use AI, you gotta learn how to use it now.
Okay, love that. How do you see it changing real estate? I mean,
AI or Gen Z?
Both of them. See, you rent down this road, so you've never bought a house, but
no. Maybe the process of, I think AI could automate you, helping you find like the right fit for your house. If it's like a budget you have, or maybe you're looking for something in specific for like filters for houses. If it's like the size of the bedroom or the area or something like that, I think having AI like help you find certain fits would be like, might help them in the future, might get more in a better automated, something like that. But Gen Z itself, I that's hard for real estate. I'm not like super educated on that part. So maybe
it's interesting. Even as you just talk about it, one of the things that we have a hard time with is conveying value to people.
Yeah.
So whether we put the right property in front of them or we give them the right information or we tell them the right thing, they're just like, they're not always willing to accept it. And I think the big difference between where we were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and where we are going or where we are with AI is that people are willing to accept, maybe to a fault. And so, I mean, if you don't know how to use AI, you're going to get information. You're just going to accept it. And to a fault. But I do think that that might be a good thing as we look to move forward. I hope that Gen Z starts to change real estate by investing earlier. Right? We got pushed back because of all the things that happened when you were a baby, obviously. But when the market crash happened and so many people in the generation in front of you saw that market crash, they clammed up and they just thought, I'm not going to buy a house. So the average homeowner today is something like 39, right?
Wow.
First time homeowner. I think that's the number. It's crazy high. So my hope is that Gen Z starts investing earlier, because the earlier you invest, the more compound interest happens. And the more that you're paying down plus market growth, it's a never ending growth trajectory. Anyway, so a lot of information really, really quickly. If you guys haven't already, make sure that you go to our website, check out this blog. There's a lot of content in here talking about Gen Z and what that might look like for home sellers and how it's going to impact their process, home buyers, and what's going to matter for them. But if you need to reach out to me, you guys know you can reach out to me on Instagram at michael.frank______. It's 4 underscores. It's really ridiculous. Anyway, how can people reach out to you if they want to reach out to you for yourself or for Cutco?
So yeah, I have Instagram. So my Instagram tag is ryan.2.cold. Also, I have my personal website. I don't really know that it's off the top of my head, but my LinkedIn is just ryan.kruk. And then,
love it.
Yeah, that's really it.
And we'll have more information for you guys if you need it on the blog post. So go to our website at frankoliverco.com and look at this blog and so many others. If you need anything, reach out to us and we'll talk to you guys real soon. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. For more information on the housing market, Real Estate 101, how you can leverage your position in today's market, and so much more, click on the link below. If you like this video or have a burning real estate question you'd like us to answer, leave us a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we'll see you again real soon.